Why Aryna Sabalenka is still unsatisfied despite thrilling 2026 Brisbane International win. Aryna Sabalenka has been in strong form at the 2026 Brisbane International, but the world number one insists she is still far from satisfied. The Belarusian star has looked sharp in her early matches, showing signs of the power and precision that made her one of the top performers on the WTA Tour in 2025. Yet even amid her promising start, Sabalenka remains focused on improvement rather than results. For Sabalenka, success is not defined by current form but by how she handles pressure and continues to evolve against elite competition. Sabalenka's mindset offers a glimpse into why she remains among the favorites heading into the new season. Aryna Sabalenka admits she is still not at her peak. Speaking after her recent match in Brisbane, Sabalenka said, "I think there is always room to improve, and I'm definitely not at my peak." She added, "Of course I prefer to win every match 6-0, 6-0 like everyone probably prefers, but at the end of the day you only get better when someone pushes you, and you have to deal with moments under pressure." Her words reflect a maturity that has come from years of competing at the highest level. Sabalenka, now a Grand Slam champion and one of the most consistent players on tour, understands that dominance comes from embracing tough challenges rather than avoiding them. Brisbane, filled with tight sets and competitive opponents, has provided exactly that environment. While many players may view early season tournaments as warm-ups, Sabalenka approaches them as vital building blocks. Each match, even the difficult ones, helps her refine her rhythm and mental strength ahead of Melbourne. It is that relentless pursuit of improvement that has defined her rise to the top of women's tennis. Aryna Sabalenka highlights value of strong pre-Australian Open field. Sabalenka also praised the strength of the Brisbane field, saying, "I think by bringing and having 7 top players in the draw, it definitely helps to prepare better for the Australian Open. I think it's important to have quality matches before heading to the big event, just so you're preparing yourself mentally for fights, for battles. And playing against top players is definitely a huge help heading into the Grand Slam tournament," she concluded. Sabalenka believes that tough matches before a Grand Slam are essential for sharpening her game and testing her endurance under pressure. That approach has already paid off, with her current form in Brisbane showing a blend of power and patience. While her eyes are firmly set on Melbourne, these early tests are building both momentum and belief. The event serves as an ideal stage to gauge her readiness for another deep run at the Australian Open. For now, Aryna Sabalenka's performance in Brisbane stands as a reminder of why she continues to be one of the sport's fiercest competitors. The Tiger still hunts. Why Aryna Sabalenka is unsatisfied after a thrilling 2026 Brisbane International win. In the early Australian summer sun of Brisbane, the roar of the crowd greeted Aryna Sabalenka with all the promise that champions crave. The Belarusian had once again won, progressing smoothly through the rounds of the 2026 Brisbane International with authoritative tennis and ferocious intensity. On paper, this should have been a moment of celebration, another title to her already glittering resume. Yet something about her reaction spoke of a more complex reality. Sabalenka may be a winner on the scoreboard, but she remains, in her own words and actions, unsatisfied. What lies beneath this paradox? A dominant performance accompanied by an unsettled spirit. To uncover it, we must step into her world, the hidden pressures of elite sport, the weight of expectation, the grind of the modern tennis calendar, and the private standards of a woman chasing not just trophies, but purpose. A victory that isn't enough. At the 2026 Brisbane International, Sabalenka's tennis was clinical. She opened the tournament with an almost surreal 6-0, 6-1 victory over Kristina Buxa, cruising through in a mere 47 to 48 minutes, one of the quickest wins of her season. She followed that with a composed 6-3, 6-3 triumph over Aryna Sabalenka to reach the quarterfinals. On any normal day, this performance would elicit relief, joy, perhaps even elation. Instead, Sabalenka's focus was already elsewhere. TNT Sports +1. Her question after the match from a reporter, why she looked angry despite winning, led to a revealing, honest response. What appears as frustration is her pursuit of rhythm and focus, not complacency. Sabalenka explained that she was simply trying to find the rhythm and dial in her game, illustrating that her internal metric for satisfaction isn't the scoreboard, it's quality of play, execution, and personal standards. In the high-stakes world of professional tennis, this distinction matters. A win may be decisive, but if it doesn't meet Sabalenka's internal benchmark of perfect execution, it doesn't feel like enough. The weight of expectations, not just winning, but dominating. Sabalenka is not just a champion, she's expected to win. As the world number 1 and a multiple Grand Slam finalist, she carries the dreams of fans and sponsors alike. Yet with every victory comes an unspoken pressure to make it look effortless, authoritative, and deserving of her status. When a player of Sabalenka's caliber delivers a win devoid of dramatic moments, the struggle, the close points, the climactic comeback, it can feel strangely hollow. Her own metrics include intensity, mastery, emotional highs, and even the sense of conquering something. A routine win, as dominant as it may be, doesn't satisfy her inner athlete who thrives on battle, challenge, and growth. That's why, despite triumphing comfortably in Brisbane, Sabalenka's energy still felt restless. Her eyes were already on the next challenge, and her mind on refinement. Burnout, the insane schedule, and a body that tells the truth. Perhaps the most striking reason Sabalenka seems unsatisfied is the season itself. During her post-match comments in Brisbane, Sabalenka openly criticized the WTA Tour schedule, calling it insane and lamenting its toll on players' bodies and minds. She spoke about injuries piling up, the difficulty of managing physical welfare, and her decision to skip some tournaments to avoid burnout, even at the risk of fines or ranking point deductions. Yahoo News Australia +1. This candid critique captures something deeper. Sabalenka's dissatisfaction isn't just about wins and losses. It's about the conditions of the sport she loves. Even as she dominates matches, she feels the grind of a season that prioritizes quantity over quality, a schedule that demands relentless travel, play, and attention to dozens of event obligations. Her willingness to skip events and face penalties reflects a profound shift. She is no longer willing to sacrifice her body for traditional definitions of success. This isn't complacency, it's survival. The ghost of almost success. Another layer to her dissatisfaction lies in a series of near misses on tennis's grandest stages. In 2025, Sabalenka concluded an extraordinary season, multiple titles, near unprecedented consistency, and deep runs in all the majors. Yet she ended up runner-up at the Australian Open, the French Open, and the WTA Finals, illustrating a cruel truth: you can be brilliant and still miss the ultimate prize. Women's Tennis Association.